We'll be studying here is about the types of body movement. Now movement, it is the change in the position of a body part with respect to the whole body. So this is what is known as the movement. It is one of the significant features of all the living beings. So if I blink the eyes, breathing, eating, they are all the examples of the movement. So let's start here. So we can say that every second some or the other part of our body exhibits some or other kinds of movement. So the human body movements get polished as we grow in age. The movement starts from crawling, and with the increase in age, the person starts walking, leading to the movement of the whole organism. So these movements, they are possible because of joints. So joints they are the points in our body where two or more types of the skeletons are connected. Different joints, they help our body carry out different movements. So these are some of the examples of the joints or name of the joints, the parts of the body where they are found and their function. So the name of the joint, for example, is the ball and the socket joint. So where it is found? It is found in the hip area joint of the shoulder. And what is the function of the ball and the socket joint? The rounded end of the bone fits in the cavity of the other bone and allows the movement in the all direction. So the movement in the all direction is because of the ball and the socket joint. By vital joints. So where they are situated, they are in the joint. They joins the head and the neck, and they allow the head to squizzle around. So they will allow the head to squizzle around. The next is the hinge joint. So where these hinge joints are present? So hinge joints are present in the elbow. They allow the movement back and forth movement. Fixed joint. So the bones in the head, they are held with fixed joints. They help keep bones intact and provides the structure. So this is what the name of the joint, the parts of the body where they are present and their function. Now I was talking about the types of the body movement here. So these are all the types of the body movements that are present. So what are they? So they are present in the humans itself. Flexicon, lateral flexicon, dorsiflexicon, plantar flexicon, extension, hyperextension, abduction, adduction, transverduction, transverse rotational lateral rotation, then medial rotation, supination, pronation, protraction, retraction, elevation, depression, reversion, eversion, and opposition. So these are all the types of the body movements. Now, the locomotion. So the locomotion is also the type of the body movement, which means there is a change in the place. So the movement which results in the change in the place is known as the locomotion. For example, if I take the examples here, so what are the examples? They can be walking, cycling, running, swimming. So these are some of the locomotory movements. And there are different types of locomotory movements as well in different organisms. Like the paramecium, they have cilia which helps in the capturing of the food. So the paramecium moves with the help of the cilia so that they can capture the food and ingest into them. So that process is also called as the locomotion. Then hydra, they have tentacles for capturing the prey and for the locomotion. So the hydra, they have tentacles which help in the capturing of the prey. So that is also an example of locomotion. So we use our limbs for different parts of our body movement. So locomotion, it is necessary for the food and shelter. So locomotion is very essential for the food and shelter. Next is Amoeboid movements. So the sum of our cells in our body, some cells of our body like the white blood cells, they exhibit the Amoeboid movement. There are cytoskeletons and the microfilaments that are also involved in this type of movement. Some of the Internal tubular organs exhibit ciliary movements. So cilia, they are present in our trachea, which helps in removing the foreign particles, dust, etc. So the movement of ova in the female reproductive tract is also a type of ciliary movement. So whenever we move our limbs, so they are the muscular movement. So in locomotion and other types of body movement in humans, the contractile property of the muscle is used. So movements involve perfect coordination of the muscular, skeletal and neural systems. So there are a variety of muscles and joints which are involved in the movements. So not only in humans, but body movement also occurs in the animals also. So if I talk about the body movement in earthworms, so the earthworm, they do not have the bones, but they are made up of several rings which are joined end to end. So it is able to move through the soil as a result of a repeated contraction and expansion. So this is how the body movement in earthworms occur. Then the body movement in snail. There is an outer skeleton which is called the shell, and it is not made up of bones and does not help in the movement. So the body, it consists of a head and a thick structure which is projecting out of the shell with the foot, which is the foot. So it is made up of a strong muscles, and their motion is wavy. Now if I talk about the body movements in cockroaches, so they have three pairs of legs and can walk, climb, fly. So the body is covered with a hard exoskeleton. So the exoskeleton is made up of a number of plates which is joined together. The cockroaches, they have the muscle which helps them to move, and they can help them to fly. Then there are body movements in fishes also. So in case of fishes, there is a tail and head of a fish which is smaller as compared to the middle portion. So they have a very streamlined body which helps the fishes to move and swim. And body movements in birds, if I talk about, they have a hollow bone and stronger muscular system which help the birds during the flight. So a bird flaps its wing while flying. So this was all about the types of the body movements in the humans as well as in the animals. These are some of the references. Thank you.